Brothers and sisters, welcome back to this really interesting discussion here in Dawah Workshop. In UK, there are Muslims changing their Muslim names to English names. Not because they're ashamed of their identity, because when people see a Muslim name on a form, they won't give you a job, or you're a lot less likely to get the job. So they actually change their name just to get the job. Should they change their name then? I'm not so sure. Islam is not asking you to make your life difficult unnecessarily. This also, by the way, has implications. If you change your name, how do you think your mum's going to feel about it? You're going to advise this new Muslim to change their name, and they go home, and the mother says, this is the name I gave you when you were born. Right? What's wrong with Princess? Right? What's wrong with Yvonne? What's wrong with Anthony? Does it mean something bad? I gave you this name, I'm your mother. Why are you insulting me? Is that a good way to start a relationship or dawah with their parents? What do you think? Has consequences, right? You're going to give them advice, recommend this for them. It may seem black and white to you, but it's not. My mother still doesn't call me anything except Anthony or Ant. That's her short nickname for me. My dad used to call me Rahimullah, used to call me Abdur Raheem, right? But my mum doesn't. She found it offensive. And I can't think of anyone worse to upset than your mother, and I can't think of anyone better to please after Allah, right, than your mother. So why would you displease your mother for something that you can do it or you can't do it? You can take it or leave it. So it's a bit deeper, isn't it, than just, you see, and this is the problem. We automatically fall into new Muslim, change your name, new identity, this and that. Because you don't really know what it's like to be a new Muslim. You don't know what it's like to go through embracing Islam, having to go against everybody and everyone that you know and you are connected with and you love. Right? And this is important, because we're talking about new Muslim care. So when you're looking after the new Muslims, you have to think about these things because you don't know. Okay, next question. Is it compulsory for any new Muslim man to get circumcised? Sadiq, his hand went up so quickly. MashaAllah.
Yes, it's a compulsory.
Yes, it's compulsory. Answer me. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's not compulsory.
You just said it's compulsory. So is it compulsory or not?
It's depend on the situations.
Okay, so you didn't say that though, did you? We're dealing with human beings. So easy for you to give a fatwa, right? Look at that. It's compulsory. This is a fatwa now. You just gave a ruling, which is fine. I'm asking you. But it has consequences. Everything you say to a new Muslim has consequences. They may take this very seriously, what you say. Right? So no, it depends upon the circumstances. Yeah?
In fact, there are some people who have this contention before they get Shahada. They say that, do we have to circumcise? Is it compulsory? This is one of the contentions we probably miss. We have it, especially in India, with the Hindus, when they won't accept Islam.
Yeah.
So this could be one of the contentions.
That's a good point. So how do we deal with that? You know, the point is it better a person becomes Muslim first? Should we prevent people from becoming Muslim because they're not ready to accept that? We can't say to people who love eating pig, yeah? No, don't worry about, you can keep eating pig, yeah? There's not a possibility of that, right? Okay? But I agree, generally, it is what I believe is generally compulsory. I do believe that it is something that is compulsory, but depending. With the proviso that it is not going to medically harm, there's not going to be medical danger for that. So you need to take medical advice, especially new Muslims and men who might be of an older age. The older you are, the more dangerous and potential it has for harm. Yeah? Okay. Why am I asking all of these questions? To get us to think deeply about new Muslims, the different problems and circumstances and situations that they are facing. Here's another one. A Muslim woman, she has become Muslim, right? She cannot stay with her non-Muslim husband, true or false?
As a car runs by four wheels,
of same size. So even a marriage can't run with a non-Muslim husband and a Muslim wife, because they will have too many,
Okay. So, Asher, I took your advice, yeah, and I left my husband. I've got nowhere to stay. He's thrown me out of the house. What are you going to do for me now? I have no money, I have no home, I have nowhere to live. You told me I can't stay with my husband. What are you going to do for me now?
Depending on the situation, she can give dawah to her husband too.
Huh? Yeah, but you already told me I can't stay with my husband. It's too late. I've left. He doesn't want me back. I'm out of the house. I'm on the street. What are you going to do for me now? How are you going to help me? Yes.
She must give some time to her husband to become a Muslim. As in, she must try giving, doing dawah to him. But even after certain days, if he doesn't turn up to be a Muslim, then she can part her ways. Inshallah, Allah will help her.
Is that what you're saying Islam says? Okay, so I took your advice and I gave my husband dawah, and he's broken my arm in anger, and now he's thrown me out of the house, and he's kept the children and says I will never see them again. What are you going to do for me? You going to help me? Okay. We'll come back to this, inshallah. There's a purpose behind all of these questions. Right? We're going to come back to it. The first thing, right? Let's have a further discussion. Ken is a new Muslim. Yeah? Raj, let's call him Raj or Ken or whoever. He's a new Muslim. He's going through a situation where he needs support at various times. Right? He's a new Muslim. Like the guys, you've given them your number, anything you need. Just give me a call. Don't worry, I'm here to help you, right? So whatever. So Ken is a new Muslim. He needs some help. He needs some support. Mostly it's just like issues in his head and this and that. Whose contact details should we give him? You've given him Shahada. You've become Muslim, right? He's become Muslim at your hands. He needs support. He needs help. He needs someone to talk to. So whose number are you going to give him? Whose contact details are you going to give? Yeah, don't get shy just because you put in awkward situations. So come on. Tell me what you think. Yeah? Yeah.
Whomsoever we have organized for the particular situations, we have to give those contact.
You haven't got organized. Just you on your own in your village giving dawah.
Yes, then I'll give my contact number on.
You give him your contact details. Okay, excellent. Anyone else got any other suggestions? Yes.
Some dawah center contact numbers.
Okay. So there may be a dawah center or people who can help them, give them the contact details. Anything else? Anyone got any other ideas? What do you think if of a 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, direct line that he can phone any time during the year, day or night? And he can find the best advice, and from this he will get all the strength and support that he needs. Sound good? Sound good, yeah? Alhamdulillah. Can anyone think of where he can find that?
That's excellent customer support.
Yeah.
If you are the person who invited him to Islam,
Yeah.
you should take it as an
Can
responsibility.
anyone tell me where someone can find all of those things? 24 hours, 7 days a week, every day, every year, you get all the strength and the support and the help that you need.
The Quran, if you can read
Oh, it's Allah. It is Allah. The Quran, no. You have to have a copy of it unless you've memorized it, right? Okay, it's Allah. And you can read the Quran and still not. No, it's Allah. So the first thing you want to do, this is very profound, brothers, new Muslims. You need to make them get in touch with Allah. You need to make them understand that your first point of contact, when you want help, you ask who? Allah. In fact, even now we tell the brothers and sisters, you know what? You've become Muslim. You know what? I'd love to say to you, and this is actually a story. This has actually happened. Someone actually said to this sister, she became Muslim in the Central Mosque in London. Everyone was saying, oh, sister, here, take my number. Anything you want, anytime, we'll help you. This and that. MashaAllah, Allahu Akbar, Takbir. Right? Right? She said, I tried phoning these people and there was nothing. Not one of them was ready to help me. But this one sister, she said, you know what? I'll give you my number, but I'll tell you the honest truth. You'll probably call me and I won't be able to help you. That's the truth. I'd love to be able to say I will be able to do everything for you, but the reality is I probably won't have the time, or I won't have the money, or I won't have the ability. But I'm giving you my number anyway, right? But you know what? There's one who is going to help you and will never let you down and will always give you the help you need, and that is Allah. And the sister said, when the person said that to me, I thought, you know, what is this? Right? When that first happened, I thought, you know, what is that? And afterwards, when I tried ringing everybody and they all let me down, then I really appreciated what this person had said to me. And in fact, it ended up that I was the only person who actually helped her at all. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're going to take a short break now. We'll be back very soon, inshallah. Don't go away. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Let's continue with our discussion in our Dawah workshop. I'd love to be able to say I will be able to do everything for you, but the reality is I probably won't have the time, or I won't have the money, or I won't have the ability. But I'm giving you my number anyway, right? But you know what? There's one who is going to help you and will never let you down and will always give you the help you need, and that is Allah. And the sister said, when the person said that to me, I thought, you know, what is this? Right? When that first happened, I thought, you know, what is that? And afterwards, when I tried ringing everybody and they all let me down, then I really appreciated what this person had said to me. And in fact, it ended up that I was the only person who actually helped her at all. So the point being here is you need to make their connection with Allah. Because what do we want to build in these new Muslims? Do we want to make them just reliant and just depending upon everybody? Or would it better be to make them people of tawakkul, who trust in Allah and who rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the tarbiyah that he gives to the companions. He trains them. When he takes bay'ah with them, one of the things he used to take the oath of allegiance on is that they would not ask anybody for anything. And they used to say that even if we were on our riding beast and we dropped our crop, you know, the thing you make to, he said, we would not ask someone, can you pick it up for me and give it to me? They would not ask anyone for anything. And the Prophet would take oath upon them. This is training them to have tawakkul. This is tawakkul, by the way. Tawakkul does not mean just, you know, I'm sitting in the mosque praying and Allah will feed me. No. Tawakkul means you don't ask people for stuff. You ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You rely upon Allah and you believe that what's happening to you is the best. You make your own effort and you don't rely upon others. That doesn't mean you can't employ someone and pay people to do a service for you. That doesn't say, oh, can you wash my windows and I'm going to give you £50. That doesn't contradict tawakkul. But saying, oh, can you wash my windows, bro? Can you give me a lift? Can I borrow your phone? Can you do... This is all not part of real tawakkul. Asking people for things. It's difficult. Try it. See if you can just not ask anyone anything for a day and live a normal life. I don't mean you sit in your room and close the things and don't talk to anyone and that's it. I did a day of tawakkul, right? Just try living a normal life and not asking people to do you a favor. I mean, that means doing you a favor, asking people to give you something for free. Right? So we should develop within the new Muslims tawakkul by making them realize that the one who's going to help you ultimately is Allah. And the best one for you to get in touch with when you have a problem is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So give them Allah's contact details, right? Which is salah and dua, and even better, teach them the etiquettes of dua. Calling Allah upon His names, raising your hands, begging of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, begging sincerely from your heart for the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So this is what you should do. So what are the advantages of this? As we said already, alhamdulillah, many advantages. Who can tell me some advantages of this? They have tawakkul, yeah, go on.
What you do is you directly link him
Yeah,
to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
okay.
And
what's the essence of Islam?
that you allow, you submit your will to Allah subhanahu wa
Yeah,
ta'ala.
you're submitting to Allah and you're what?
And you will.
لِيَعْبُدُونَ.
Ask from all.
You ask from Allah.
No, what? وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. What's ibadah? What is ibadah? Worship. Yeah? What is the essence of worship? Dua. Dua is the essence of worship. Right? So by telling them to make dua, you are instructing them to the essence of worship. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us to ask Him. Loves it. For anything. You break the lace on your shoe, Allah loves you to ask for Him. Even for the most simplest thing. In fact, subhanAllah, Allah gets angry when His servants don't ask Him. He loves to be asked. Who is like that? What is like that? So you're teaching them Jazakallah khair. What are the other benefits of giving them this best contact line ever? What are some other benefits in terms of just try and think of some practical benefits from our point of view? Yes, Sadiq.
He feels more relaxed and comfortable while asking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because he can ask anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he cannot show all those problems to, he cannot share all the problem to someone.
Okay, that's good. You can share problems with Allah in a way that you would feel shy. I mean, Allah knows your problems anyway, right? He knows every single detail of yourself. So alhamdulillah, why not ask Him for help? Because He understands you better than anyone else who can understand you. I just want to share something with you, brothers. When the brother who made this course, when he came to this part, believe me, the hairs on my skin stood on end. And I doubted my own iman. I doubted my own tawheed. Because when he said it, when he said, 24 hours, 7, I was thinking, yeah, hotline, this and that. And I thought, I never thought of this. How if I really am a worshipper of Allah and I really believe in Allah? That's not the first thing that came to my mind. Why? How come I never even thought of this? I felt really ashamed of myself. And I thought, this is brilliant. Because if you want to talk about new Muslim support and new Muslim help, and we're thinking, we have to give this and we have to do this for them and we need these books and we need this and then we need to look after them and we need to, all of this. But actually, what we need to do is put them in touch with Allah. And Allah is the best one to support them and help them. And He can do for them what we can never do for them. I'm not saying that this means we have no responsibilities. Of course we do. The Muslim is the brother of the Muslim. But in reality, the best support and the best help, and actually, I have to say, that is what I have found in my own life. Alhamdulillah. So yes, brother, you're going to say something. Ahmed.
As we start asking directly from Allah, the trust increases. And the more problems you have, and when you are completely dependent on Allah, your problems automatically get reduced. Whatever the problem may be, you couldn't be able to share with someone, the problem may be such. But you are always free to openly share it with Allah. And the more you share, the more problem is getting reduced. And the more free you feel. This is actually my personal experience.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. So many, many benefits of this, alhamdulillah. This is what the brother put down. You have unlimited credit, completely free of cost. Doesn't cost you anything to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you want to phone Sadiq or you want to phone Arshi or the new Muslim wants to phone, Abu Bakr over there or Abdur Raheem in England. I need to speak to Abdur Raheem, please. I have such a problem. Yeah? It's going to cost you money. Doesn't cost a penny to call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and talk to Him. Alhamdulillah. So unlimited credit and completely free of cost. And like you said, actually, the more you talk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the better it is. It's like you get more credit, mashallah. No reception issues. I don't have a signal here, I just got 1 bar on my phone. What a terrible line, yeah? It works everywhere. If you're in the desert, if you're in the town, wherever you are, this, subhanallah, works, mashallah. You don't need a phone and you don't even need to speak out loud. You can just talk from your heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mashallah. So, it's a direct line to Allah. No need of an appointment or going through any secretary. Right? Your Lord will not get bored of listening to you, nor will He turn away until you first get bored of talking or turning away. Most people, it's like, oh my God, when is He going to finish? Please let this person stop talking. I just want to get back to my movie. I want to get back to my dinner. I've got work to do. Yes, brother. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, just fear Allah, brother. Yeah. But alhamdulillah, Allah, you can talk and talk and talk, and Allah doesn't get bored. Subhanallah. He likes to listen to you. He loves it. Alhamdulillah. Okay, excellent. Someone had their hand up. Yes. Ashar.
I would like to share my own experience. Actually, first, I didn't used to ask Allah for all these small things. But that day I was traveling in a train. I was really tired and it was extremely hot. And I told to Allah that, oh Allah, please give me a window seat. So after 5 minutes, that person stood up and said, brother, sit here.
MashaAllah. There's so many stories like this. Alhamdulillah. So many stories. One brother I know is one of the sheikhs actually. I think he was traveling and I don't know what it was. For some reason, he was just making dua or however it was, he got upgraded to business class. So when he was in business class, he really began to enjoy the business class. So the next time he was traveling, he started making dua, oh Allah, let me go in business class. And mashallah, Allah, he got upgraded. So this happened like so many times. Alhamdulillah, so many instances you find people make dua and amazing things will happen, alhamdulillah. So anyway, we could have lots of stories about that. So we've already mentioned the most important thing to teach a new Muslim is what? We've put them in touch with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is very important. Okay? We're going to have to finish it here, brothers and sisters, for now. But don't forget to join us for another episode of Dawah Workshop.
رب رحيم مشفق متعطف لا ينتهي بالحصر ما أعطاه رب رحيم مشفق متعطف